Hello guys, what's up? This is NK. In this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to install or add Tailwind CSS to your existing project or just start making an web app with the help of Tailwind CSS. So it have two prerequisites to it. First, you should have VS Code installed in your system. The second is that you should know the normal CSS before using or starting to knowing Tailwind CSS. Alright, so let's get into it. Open your VS Code, open the terminal and just type a command which is npm create vite @latest. Earlier क्या होता था? Earlier we used to do npm create react, right? But now that command is deprecated, because of which we are using this library called Vite. Perfect. Let's go. The same project use करेंगे react, ठीक है, with the help of javascript. Perfect. Now just copy these commands or just write it down that you have to go into the Vite project directory, obviously. ठीक है. Do npm I to install all the dependencies. ठीक है, node modules. Then just simply go to app.css, erase all these files. Go to index.css, erase all these files. Go to app.css, erase all these files. Just you should make sure you have this file, import app.css, which is this file should be imported if you want to use Tailwind CSS, right? आगे बताऊंगा क्यों. इस वाले फ्रैगमेंट को ऐसे करो और डिलीट कर दो, ठीक है जी. अपने पास खाली सा ये हो गया. All you need to now do is npm run dev. Alright, it shows failure because we don't have anything in here, but trust me, the server is running. Alright, let's say we have some div in it, and let's say we say click me. See, the server is running perfectly. Now go to the Tailwind, go to the Google, type Tailwind with Vite. Okay, now this installation page will pop up. You can also use this CDNs if you are comfortable with that. Since we are using Vite, so we will do with the Vite only. Copy the first command. पहली command copy करो, ठीक है. सर्वर करो थोड़ी देर के लिए close. Control C, Control V, Command V if you are using Macs. All right. Install हो गया जी अपना Tailwind. Now copy the second command. Before, just do npm run dev and go to this vite.config.js. Go to this file, paste whatever we copied this command. All right, command or just piece of code, we copied the command which is the second option, right, and paste it in vite.config.js. Perfect. And now copy this Tailwind CSS and paste it in here and call it just like we call the function. Perfect. Now all you need to do is just copy this command, right, and paste it in your app.css. Perfect. Close app.css, close index.css, close this vite.config file, and now we are good to go. So you have done 50% of the work. Just now we are left with using the Tailwind CSS. Perfect. Now just remember one thing कि Tailwind में, ठीक है, whatever we write, we add in the earlier CSS, normal CSS, what we were doing is we were making a different file, right? Different file बनाते थे, उसमें सारी CSS लिखते थे. But in this Tailwind CSS, we are no longer needing that additional file as such for writing all those pieces of codes. What we will do is we'll add a class name here. We cannot add a single class because the single class the single class has some meaning in the JavaScript and in the React. ठीक है ना, the class, if you can recall from the OOPS, object oriented programming, that class is meaningful word, right? It's a reserved word. And for using the classes of CSS in Tailwind, we use the class name. Perfect. Let's go. Let us say we want to give it a color. We give the background a color. We will do BG, stands for background, and the color, let's say we give it a slate color. And in Tailwind CSS, the colors have a lot of variety, right? Let's say BG background background color, right? So BG black, BG white, BG red 50, like these things, like BG blue. Okay, so we give it a little darker shade, BG slate 700. Alright, so you will say ki nothing is visible here, what the hell is happening? But the thing is, it is there, but somewhere here. If you want, you can just open the this console log or inspect element and you can see. But for now, let's give it a width of screen size and a height of screen size. Perfect. And you will see we have a background color. Perfect. I guess it was less than 5 minutes that I have taught you how to add Tailwind CSS into your existing project. It's perfectly working. Now post these 5 minutes, let's see how we can use this functionality, right? Let's go. So since we have added this, I would add a input field in here. ठीक है, input field add कर दीजिए. Input field add करके you will say where is the input field, but it is here somewhere. ठीक है. Now we'll add color to this input field. Let's say we add a zinc color, okay, which is a little lighter shade than our background. So here you can see this. And now let's say we add a button. बिना बटन के इनपुट फील्ड क्या करेंगे यार, ठीक है ना. क्लास नेम BG, let's say we give it sky color, आसमानी रंग दोस्तों, and we give it 500 of shade. And we are not seeing it. Don't tell me you don't know why we are not seeing it, because we haven't, कुछ लिखा ही नहीं इसमें. Click me and it pops out. Perfect. Now what we want is कि we want this thing to go in center here somewhere, and from there we want it to go here somewhere. What we used in normal CSS, we used to use the flex box, right? This type flex box, ठीक है. और you can just नीचे जाएंगे flex basics, ठीक है. flex box and grid वाला सेक्शन आ जाएगा, flex basics. So these are the basics of flex. Like अगर सारी एक रो में सारे लगाने हैं सारे elements like this input field and click, they are in a single row only, right? But we want it for a column wise thing. Let's say we are using flex row, we want a column, so we will use column, flex column. See, it has come in the column. Now let's just say we want to bring it little down, right? So we'll say what we used to do in normal CSS, it was justify content and align items, right? So we will do the same thing, like justify justify center and items center. See, it comes down. Perfect. Now you will say कि थोड़ा अजीब सा लग रहा है. Let's give it a gap, a little gap, and let's give it a little darker shade. Works well for me at least. We give it a gap in y-axis of 5. Let's say. Perfect. Gap आ गया, थोड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है. Now in button, थोड़ा सा बटन का साइज बढ़ा देते हैं. We'll do is width, right? Width बढ़ा दो, 10 कर देते हैं. छोटा 10, 20 कर देते हैं. So this is how you are supposed to learn, right? Just do something, see what changes are reflected, then go back and make the changes. This is how developers work. This is how you do. You are supposed to do the work, right? If you want to find out something, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा आपको कि मैंने ये चीज़ क्या करनी है, बट आपको पता है, you just do some googling. ठीक है, गूगल पे जाओ, सर्च करो, ठीक है, चीज़ पता चल गई, then you come to here, Command+K in the Mac systems और Control+K in the Windows system. इस वेबसाइट पे आके दबाओ, आपके पास सर्च बार ओपन हो जाएगी. देन टाइप एनीथिंग यू वांट टू सर्च फॉर, राइट? कुछ भी सर्च कर लो, जस्ट लाइक एक्टिव. ठीक है, एक्टिव सर्च करा. एक्टिव का मतलब ये देखो, जैसे ये इस पे होवर कर रहे हैं तो कलर चेंज हो रहा है. दैट्स व्हाट वी गोना डू. सो विड्थ आ गई जी, थोड़ी सी 20 आ गई. देन वी से we want to have a little rounded corners just like our iPhones. ठीक है, so we'll simply just type rounded and you'll see the corners have been rounded. ठीक है, you can see the difference. Corners are rounded now. We want कि we just जब भी हम इस पर hover करें तो it changes a color. hover लिखेंगे, कॉलन डालेंगे, सिंपल बीजी. कौन सा कलर देना बैकग्राउंड का? सर स्काई. ठीक है जी, फिर स्काई का शेड बता दो. चलो कर देते हैं 900. लेट्स सी, अगर मैं इस पे होवर करूँगा कलर चेंज होएगा? यस इट डज. ठीक है, 900 डजंट सीम्स गुड टू मी. लेट्स गिव इट 700. 700 is same with the background color of the button. Let's give it 500. Color changes, right? Whenever I hover it, the color changes. Whenever I hover it, color changes, right? And I want to add a little animation to it, right? And I want to add little animation to it. So type active, column and scale. Scale का मतलब you have documentation. Go and search out. I will not spoon feed you guys. ठीक है, this is how developers work, right? You have to become a good developer. So active scale, let's say a 90. So whenever I'll go, my mouse will hover to this click me button. सबसे पहले क्या होगा? The color will light up, the color changes, and when I click this button, it shows some animation, like छोटा बड़ा हो रहा है, like we are pressing the button, actually pressing the button, right? So this is the beauty of Tailwind CSS. Within this piece of lines of code, we were able to achieve this thing, and it looks decent, I believe. So just go around, play with all these things. ठीक है, start making projects, start integrating these Tailwind into your projects, and you will just learn while developing different things. This is that easy. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.